Well, we're back. And it is round 2 at Bahrain. Now, not sure how we're going to do on this. We have practiced for once. I'm not the fastest. I'm running about 203s, 204s. So it could be that we're not really fast enough because I've seen, as there is on this one that I'll show you in a second, I have seen 2 minutes, 201 and stuff like that. But we might not get in their split. So if we don't get in their split, then we'll be all right. But we'll see. So we're not hanging around too much. Let's get warmed up. Race starts, or the event starts in about half an hour. So we're going to actually put some laps in, get a bit of practice in, and then go from there. I've pushed the button. It's got to let it do its thing. There we go. Obviously in the trusty Corvette, because that's what we picked, so that's what we keep. You don't see many of them in this championship. There are, but I haven't come across many, and obviously there's loads of slots, so that people can be racing them in any old slot. And a dodgy speed limiter button. Shouldn't have to make any stops in this race. It should be... Might not even be a full tank, but we'll probably just run a full tank, because the alternative is maybe running out of fuel, and I don't want to do that, so... We've got to keep an eye out for our computer bugging out as well. Hopefully it won't do it like it did at Le Mans. If it does, then it's just something, just the championship mode it's done it in, so... There should be less cars on the grid at this one than there was at Le Mans as well. Warm the rear tyres up. That's all good. I'm definitely enjoying the prospect of the championship. Like, it's a good idea to be fixed into a car, get your points tracked, limited amount of attempts at it. I like it. It's a feature that, to be fair, I wish iRacing had implemented in, like, alongside the normal. They don't really do much with their championships. They have got points and stuff, but you don't really see... Some people go for it, but most people just don't worry about it. But you're not locked to a car, so you can just change to whatever car is boxed to the best for that track, which, I mean, for a competitive side of things makes sense, but for an interest side of things, the idea of picking a car for a whole season, whether it's good or bad for certain tracks, like, I think it does bring some interest to it. And there are going to be cars that are good at all of them, or better overall, even on their bad tracks, are going to be better than other cars on their bad tracks, if that makes sense. It's a really bad way of explaining it, but... I had to learn this track this week. I have done a race around here before, but I couldn't really remember the braking points and stuff, so we had to actually do practice, which is always a interesting concept around these parts. So we put probably about an hour, probably like an hour of practice in the other night. I'm by no means perfect, but I at least know roughly where my braking points are and where I'm going, so that always helps. Normally when I say something like that, I proceed to fall straight off the track, so... I'm going to hope that I don't get what happened to Pope just earlier and end up in split 1. If there are splits. There was 2 splits at this. Well, the Sunday 9 o'clock time slot last week with 2 splits. Don't know how popular the Friday night one will be. People have actually got like social lives and stuff, probably aren't at home for this one. But we're here, so we're going to see how we do. And we can only race whatever we're up against, so we'll either be in the competition or we won't. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a try and survive the first few laps and go from there.
Lap 2:05.85.
No, it's not a great time at all. I should be able to get a couple of seconds off that, really. Once we start going for it. First couple of laps, just warm it up, bring the car in, ease into it, let a little bit of fuel burn off before we start really trying to push. Ooh. A little bit squirrely there. Really work this corner out properly yet. There's quite a few corners I haven't worked out properly yet, to be fair. It's been a... Yeah, we're just going to drift that around there. Completely relying on the ABS to sort us out there, but it worked, so... we can't complain too much on that. Okay. On the power too early there. I had to get off of it to get back on it, which is not what we want. Not big. I can't get that corner right. I can't tell whether I need to go later, earlier. As you can see, the leaders are doing 2:0, well, 2 minute flat, and I'm. That's one of my that's sort of my pace. A 2:03, high 2:03, low 2:04. It's kind of where I sit on this, to be fair. I haven't managed to go any better. I haven't got into the 2:02s in any of the laps I've done, so it really will depend on who the field's made up of and what sort of laps they're running, I guess, like it always does, but I know I'm not going to be at the front end if I'm with the really fast guys. Might not even be at the front end if I'm with the really slow, or the slower guys either, because I am one of the slower guys. That was so timid. So timid in there. Ooh. Come on. All of this has just been a bit bad this lap, really. That front left to probably be the one that's going to wear, I'd imagine, if we're going to get tyre wear. Don't know what the tyre wear's going to be like. I've done sort of half-tank stints, I suppose, but not really a full one. But I didn't need to worry too much about it. I think we're just going to go for it. We won't need to change tyres. We won't need to refuel. At least we shouldn't, so... hit the braking points, otherwise it all kinds of goes wrong. You can cut a lot of that. Basically, as long as one side of your car is, one bit of your car's within the white lines, you can do a lot of cutting on this track. Well, it feels like you can get on the power a bit earlier there as well, but it doesn't quite work. If you do it too early, you end up out wide, and then that dips down, and you lose the back end. If you're out, well, I do. Other people probably not, but I do. Low apex there. Sometimes I find it if I do hit that, I either miss it and go too wide, or I get way too tight and end up like getting a track cut on the inside where I've hit too much apex. Too much apex. That's a thing. I'm sure it is. The hypercars must be mental to drive around here. Good fun, but mental. That's going to be about my limit of pace. So, like, what's that? 3 seconds off the... 3 seconds off the fastest. He might have done it with low fuel, but even so, that's not low fuel is not 3 seconds over a lap, is it? It's, what, half a second to a second, maybe? It's not a bad track. It's taken me a while to, like, because I hadn't really raced it before. It has taken me a while to adapt to it. I've not actually... I think I might have done like a GT race on it when it first came out, and I just kind of threw myself at it and had a go. And that was okay. But I've not done a proper race on it yet, so I don't know what it's like for racing, but it's quite fun to drive. It's challenging and it's busy. Whereas we did Le Mans last week, but you got the big straights and you're sort of relaxing for half of the lap. And I feel like there's a lot more room for people to make mistakes or things go wrong. Which, if we stay out of that, will be a bonus. Because we might be able to pick up some positions. But if we get involved in it, or if there is that more, there's more chance of us getting involved in it if there's more going wrong, isn't there? Hell, we might even be the cause of it. We don't know. I'm only human. I make mistakes as much as everyone else, so... Starting to feel suitably warmed up for it now. Car feels fine. Default setups is fixed setup, so we can only really play with the brake bias and stuff. And to be honest, the car handle's okay. I don't want to mess around with it too much and end up having like a balance that may feel faster but not be stable. This feels at least stable. Probably on the safe side of things, I imagine, the default setups, but... There's nothing wrong with that inherently. I actually don't mind quite a safe car. A lot of people like a car that leans towards oversteer to get the turn in and stuff, but... And sometimes that can be a real benefit, but... A little bit of understeer's never bothered me. Well, that's a lie. Understeer has bothered me. But it's normally a less dangerous crash if you crash from understeer than oversteer. I've always liked driving touring cars on racing games as well, so that kind of, they lean towards understeer. Racing games or sims, I don't know. There is a difference, but whatever you want to call it is your choice. Feeling like being a little bit more gentle and smoother, may actually find some pace here. Seems like a track where the exits matter more than the corner speed. Well, on these bits anyway.
Lap 2:03.86.
Kind of consistently in the 203s. Which should be good for... That might be a little bit over. No, we're all good. That was over. See, that's to do a little bit on the onside line, and then you go, no, lap won't count. You can, like, ride right out here. I don't know if it's any faster, but... You don't want to get all the way out there, though. That's really bumpy. That's definitely slower. Getting a bit of screen tearing around them corners. Losing a little bit of frame rate around that bit, that's why. I'm half tempted just to lock it to 60 every time of it. I think the screen runs at 100. Whether I can tell the difference or not, maybe not. I can tell more when it's jumping around than I can when it's like locked at a solid frame rate. Gets squirrely there. I think I'm just too heavy-footed. As you can see my throttle and brake that I'm doing. Brake it's the Invicta pedal, so the brake pedal doesn't move much. You kind of just have to trust that I'm pushing it. You might be able to see the little red light, but it's obviously under my feet. Might change that camera angle at some point to be like side on. I might get rid of it completely. I definitely think that's the second gear corner. Was that a bit quicker? Probably didn't lose as much time at all. Since some people take some much wider line into that, I don't like it. I like coming into that curb and breaking straight. It's definitely better for me. Even if it's not better for anyone else, it's better for me. Got that wrong. Got that really wrong. That's going to be the problem, like, I feel like mistakes will be costly. Need to maybe pay a slight bit of attention to what I'm doing. Right, should we put a low fuel dash through it and see what happens? know what the pit entry's like here. Oh, it's very close. Alright. The chuck's no fuel in it. That'll probably be okay. There's nothing else we can do, really. We're on 5 laps. Can't change anything else. Apart from the tyres to wet, but that would be probably not the best idea I've ever had. .2:08. And I'm on a 2:03.5. 2.7 seconds. I haven't got 2.7 seconds in that lap. I just know I haven't. We've got a big gap behind us though, so that's good. We won't catch the guys in front because we're running cold tyres for this first lap, so. Bum 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 bum. Oh. Porsche doing Porsche things. Backwards at high speed direction changes. Nothing warm enough yet. Do kind of forget that, and I do push too hard too early. Not always, but in that scenario, definitely. You can really cut that. So I never know where you can go like full send on the first lap or the second lap. I feel like you can go full send on the first lap, but the second lap will be quicker. Just because everything is that little bit warmer, a little bit better. What I will generally find is I'm never any faster. So it doesn't seem to matter whether I've got low fuel or high fuel. I'm never really any different in pace. Got the rotation, but just at the wrong point. And with the Corvette, you can quite often get too much rotation. It doesn't seem as bad as it did when they first came out. This car was a bit of a death trap compared to the others, but it seems a little bit more sorted now, whether that's the setup or they've changed something in the physics of it. But it definitely feels a little bit more planted than it was. I know there's been multiple changes since these cars come out, to be fair. I'd like to knock the traction charges down a little bit. I don't know if it actually does anything. In my head, it makes it like we've got a little bit more corner exit, but... maybe a little bit more slip angle than what we would normally have. Which allows you to rotate on the throttle a little bit more. But if I do rotate the car on the throttle, I've never noticed myself doing it. It's definitely the second lap, and it's just... you can feel it. Like, you can feel it grip. And, like... doing what you want in the second lap out the pits compared to the second flying lap, if that makes sense. You just want 2 warm-up laps and then go for it. Oh, messed that up though. Missed the apex by an absolute country mile. I wonder if I could do that in third. Potentially I could. Yeah, that wasn't great. Too slow in. We'll gain a bit. But we won't be... I knew it weren't going to be 2.5 seconds worth. Just on fuel. Right. We've got a couple of minutes before the race starts. And I don't know if this practice... well, yeah, I'm going to go back and get ready to register into the thing, I think, because... online. I don't trust it to not, like, to kick me out in time, if that makes sense. I should look at standings. Am I beating Pope? No, I have to score many points. 240 points I need from this race. $67 cars registered. I think it's 38 on the grid. So 2 splits. Hopefully we'll get the second split down. Maybe. But we also might not. I don't know. What's next? Oh, I like the next track. Interlagos is a good track. And it may do as well. I don't know if it does well because we might just be terrible. Fuji I like. Imola I like. Spa I'm terrible at. So this and Spa would probably be what I'd say my weakest tracks on that. But Le Mans was terrible because of the computer issues. This race I don't know what it's going to be like, obviously, because we haven't done it yet. And then hopefully the leaderboard record is a 2-minute point 1. You can see that. I have to look over my little dashboard thing. A 2-minute point 1. That's mad. Like, really mad. I couldn't do that. I don't even know if I practiced solidly. If I'd actually... I honestly don't think I'd hit it even if I practiced solidly. obviously you do get like 3 attempts to do this, but last week I could only do the Sunday. So like, I did the Sunday slot, but then that was like, that's it. That's me done. There's no more evening slots after that. So like this week I'm doing the Friday, but I won't be able to do the Sunday or the Monday morning ones. So like, it's kind of one and done for me at the moment. I haven't had a chance to do, if I have a bad one, do a second one. And in a way, I quite like that because that's how racing works. So you would have one go at it on your Saturday or Sunday or whatever the race is, and then that's it, isn't it? You don't go, oh, can we do it again? Because I didn't do very well. So in some ways, this is quite a good way of doing it. Right. Where's the button? Where's the button? Give me the button. Join. I didn't look to see what ranks we're up against. I feel like I saw some golds and silvers in there, which will be a problem. Really, I'm only racing against the bronze guys, I think. I don't really know how it works. I don't know if you race the championship against your driver rank or whether you race it against everyone that joins in, whether they're platinum or bronze or silver or whatever. And you can't tell from this screen. It's going to be qualifying, so we'll go low fuel for qualifying. We'll get out there and do some laps. Or I say laps, we'll do a little bit of driving. Yeah, no, you can't tell what rank all the other drivers are. So we are literally... swimming in. All my buttons are terrible, they don't get used enough. Yeah, we can't tell who we're up against rank-wise. We're just going to... We'll know by times. Like, there'll be times, and that'll be what will give it away. How many cars are in? 27 cars in this split. Didn't look at the split, did I? Didn't look at the split. Schoolboy. Doesn't seem to be doing anything too weird at the moment, so that's always a bonus. But he didn't do anything weird until race start last time, so... track feels the same as what it was. Medium grip we're at, so if that doesn't move up, then we might be a little bit slower overall times in qualifying. And I'm guessing that will build up as the weekend goes on as such. Let's put it back in the pits. Find out where our pit box is, just in case we do need to pit in the race. But I like, you know, not adding race fuel or something silly like that. Full Ferrari strats or something. We are split one. Okay. So these are going to be fast boys. They're all going to be fast. Everyone around here is going to be a fast boy. Is this ranked? This is ranked by your ranking, I guess, isn't it? So I'm car 17. Oh, there is another Corvette. Yay! 2 Corvettes. The other one's like a really good one, so I don't think we're going to get top Corvette this time. My little boy came in just before we started and was like, Daddy, try and get a top 10. So that is the challenge. Don't disappoint the child and get a top 10. How possible that is, I don't actually know. But we're going to try and see how we do. Da 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 dum dum dum. Do I want crew chief for this? Nah. We don't need crew chief. We're all right, aren't we? What am I doing? Fiddling around. Right. End of practice. Qualifying time. We did a fuel. Yeah, 5 laps of fuel. 10 minutes qualifying. Yeah. We might run out before we do one last flying lap, but that doesn't really matter, does it? Empty track for qualifying. I've done a thing. Done a thing. Got rid of my what's it doodles that I need up there. There we go. Okay. Now, mega speed. None of my sim hub stuff's working. I want my sim hub stuff back, please. I actually rely on that more than I would like to admit. Where has sim hub gone? There it is. Okay, right. That go away. Yay! I think we're in. Oh no, now we're out again. What is going on? Okay, it seems to be working now. Let's just leave it at that. Whatever was happening, we're just going to ignore it. Pre-race nerves kicking in? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. But, split one. Let's see if we can do some, like, unthinkably good result. I just want to see what sort of qualifying times I do, really. Because that'll give me an idea of how far behind I'm going to be. Will I be lapped? Will I not be? Whee. Uh-oh. Oh, it's doing weird things. Was that just someone joining the server, or? Well, they should be able to join the server at this point. Don't do weird things, please. Just work like a normal... like you always do. The daily racing the other day, it was fine. That's all we want. We just want it to be fine. Right, here we go then. Please stop hanging. Why are you hanging? It's like things like that when it's doing little hang-ups and stuff. It's not conducive to me, like, having confidence for the race. Because last time I did that, it ruined it. .201. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're not winning this. We are not winning it. If we can qualify somewhere, what, top 20, that would be nice. This lap's going to have to be a lot better to get anywhere near that, I think.
That time was a 2:04.37.
Okay, so that puts us 23rd. Right, we can beat that. That was a second off our best. I know the track is a slightly, or at least was when I last checked, lower grip state, but it felt like that hung there as well. I need to check my CPU usage while we're doing this, because apparently that can be causing it, like CPU massively missed my braking point. You gotta push these things, I suppose, haven't you? Apologise for the stupid concentration faces I put as well. We're gonna have a lap in. Even then, it's probably not gonna be spectacular. At least we're going a bit faster than the last lap. If we hadn't massively murdered that braking zone, we might be doing a bit better as well. On that one. Find an apex, any apex. That was a better exit. It's still only going to be low 204s. Concentration phase is important, yeah.
4.10.
There's 34 cars in it now, so. Let's stop skipping around. Feels like it does when people are joining, like you get jumps in the force feedback and stuff, and it's very unnerving when you're halfway through a high-speed corner or something. Losing time, man. mean, this will, at best, what, push us up 1 or 2 positions, if we're lucky. And now it won't, because I have just driven straight on there. And the half a second I lost, I won't make up, I don't think, through here. Even drifting it through the corner won't work. Okay. It's going to be a towards the back start. The 240 points needed to catch up with Pope. Probably not happening. Should just get me up the next. Have I got a lap in this car? I think I've got 1 lap of fuel, so I could get round again if this lap's green. We ain't going for a pit. Okay. Need to learn some pushing too hard and going slower. Right. Ooh. Sometimes you've really got to learn some restraint. Was it smooth? Slow is smooth and smooth is fast? Is that what they say? I think I would live by the rule of slow and sketchy is slow. So that was too slow into there. I didn't get a better exit with it. So that's not working. But we are past that. Are we into the 202s with like an absolute miracle no fuel left lap? P26, okay. And now we just fill it up and hope for the best, I guess. And by I guess, I mean, that's exactly what I'm doing. All the fuel, please. All your fuel belongs to me. Is anyone still going? This guy. Hey! I'm in front of the other Corvette by 0.011 of a second. Corvette bros.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Yeah. Let's do it. It's going to be intense, I think. It's going to be a tough track to concentrate for that long on. I feel like I might need a wee as well. But... more water. Urgency makes you drive faster. I don't know if that's been proven anywhere. I feel like Top Gear tried to prove it once, but I don't know if it actually... well, it's just one of those silly little things, but I don't know if it actually was... I don't know if they actually drove any faster because of needing a wee. Just don't die in turn 1. Just don't die in turn 1. Just don't die in turn 1. Or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. Just get through a couple of laps. That's all we need, baby. Get through a couple of laps. And we are golden. I don't know how. I don't know where to expect to finish on this. It'd be interesting to see what the driver ratings were, just so you had a better idea. I mean, the speed that they were doing kind of gives you an idea. I did my best lap and I finished 26th, so if that's my best lap, I don't know what the rest or my worst laps are going to be like. I don't know if there's any fuel saving needed. We'll find out at some point.
Formation lap has started.
We have terrible frame rate, despite the fact we're on like low settings now. Oh, okay, that's the start then.
Green flag, green flag.
A particularly bad start from me. It's just, I hope there's no death, because I've got so few cars rendering. I can't actually see that far in front of me to know. I'm not fighting much at the beginning, we're just gonna... We're gonna settle in, let everyone settle down, and then we'll start going for it. It's all a bit tasty. There's a car facing the wrong way. Salty chat go. That radar's helpful, not gonna lie. Just for them bits like that where you're like just blind. Is he there, is he not? Don't know. Let's try and fill out some grip. The computer's not suffering as much as it was, so that's a bonus. I feel there is something severely wrong with my settings on this to run this bad, like, not badly, but like, I suppose my graphics card and CPU are quite old now, but
Time 2:24.6.
it's not like a bad computer. I'm just about getting 60 frames a second on like low/medium. There must be a setting that I've got on that is really bad. I mean, obviously I'm streaming as well, but that really shouldn't make that much difference in modern hardware. Okay, I'm exactly where I started after all that. Well, start pushing though, once the car's warmed up. I've always been a slow starter on racing games. That is a well-known fact that I... Where's this car? If there is a car. He's there. He's there. Yeah, I tend to lose ground before I gain ground. It takes me a while to get into like full pace running, I would say. Why is Windows popping shit up at me? I don't want that. I don't have time to click rid of that. That's just gonna stay there forever, that little pop-up in the corner. There's a wheel. That's not gone well for him. Is the next straight big enough to reach the mouse? I doubt it. I wish Windows would just leave you alone and things like that. But I don't need that in my life. Oh, I don't even know where my mouse is. No, we're not going to. It's just staying there. We lost the position because of it. Don't do that. What is all that about? What is... No. I can't get rid of it. Unless I pit, and I don't want to pit. So that little box is sitting there telling me to finish getting my PC set up or something stupid like that. It's only been set up for God knows how long, just because I don't want to use OneDrive or whatever it is. It's like, no, you must use OneDrive. Oh, there's that hanging. There it goes. I don't know where I am. I don't think anyone else knows where I am. But I just rubber band away from people. It did this last time, but like right from the beginning, whereas this time it's done it like halfway through the race. I don't know what it is. I can't stop it. I can't do anything.
Time 207.88.
I've now lost force feedback. So clicking that away didn't help because now I've lost force feedback and it's going bad. Mate, what is this all about? Right, I now have force feedback back. Lost God knows how many positions. This is ridiculous. All right. He's just gone around the outside of him in that corner. That's ridiculous. Get out. Frame rate's running terribly. It was in the hundreds all through practice, and then you get into the race and it's just worse. I don't know why. I don't know what's... You have the same amount of cars in there, the same amount of... It just doesn't seem to... It seems to be off. If it goes above like 22, 23 cars, it just dies. But I'm only asking it to render 10 of them, so it's not like I'm... I know, I guess it's got to calculate everything else, but it shouldn't... Right, enough of that. Drive as hard as we can.
Time
Go for it.
8.05.
We've got about 2 seconds lap pace we can put into this if we actually get it right. That is a send. Why did my light just turn off? What is going on today? I'm also damaged now, by the way. Oh well. This might be another race that we can sign to the that didn't go to plan books. I just donked him. My bad. I really look forward to these races, and then something goes wrong every time. Today is just the day. Switch. No, now the light's going to fall down. We're back, at least we've got light. That light might fall down, but... What have we got left? Half an hour to make some sort of recovery from this shit show. Seem to have lost any form of rear grip out of that corner. Oh. Come on, Wilkins. Sort yourself out. You're only 3 positions off your start position. You start running with a bit of pace, and maybe it will come back to you. Don't you line up the big send. I don't want the big send. Come on. This is a better lap so far. Not actually catching though. I need these guys to start fighting. And then I can get back in it, I guess. That's the only way it's going to work. I need a few people to start fighting. Run a bit slow, hold everyone up. I also need to start driving like I can actually drive.
Time 2:03.85.
That's a hectic first 15 minutes of a race. What's the yellow flag out for? Someone's gone. DNF's being my main way of gaining positions again. We don't know. I mean, we're not as damaged as we were in the Le Mans race, so that's a start. If I don't balls this all up, my computer can handle running around 3 other cars. I can get back into the race with these guys at least. Well, the rest aren't that far away. They're only down the bottom of that corner. Another yellow flag. Where's that one? There he is. Didn't quite know where to aim myself then. Thought about going to the left of him, but then I thought if I go to the left and everyone else is going to the right, if he swings left to get out of the way, I'm getting collected. Right, we're gaining back on him. Not a lot, but we are gaining a bit, so...
Lap 2:04.74.
Is he going to send it? Like an absolute trooper. But like Mr. Beamer had a track cut then. If he didn't, he got away with it. I'd stop watching these guys and just run my own shit. You just drove it in like you knew I was there. No, 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 don't lose 2 positions because you were trying to race when you didn't need to. No! No, I'm not happy about that. Right, now we've got to try again. And we're another position down. People are opportunists, and I like it. Like, you go for something, someone's coming at you with something else. Like, it's quite fun. The first 15 minutes went terribly. We're in a little battle here. Let's see if we can just achieve something. We're a bit damaged. Probably in the unfavoured car, but we're here. And we're racing. Ah. I don't think that was illegal. I was using the space I had. Plus a little bit, you know, just a little bit extra. Teeny bit. That would have been fine in Formula 1. Maybe. You don't have to give racing room in Formula 1, so it's fine. Oh, that was shocking. The silly thing is, I have the pace to be with or in front of these guys when I can actually use it and get my car where I want it to go. But I've just been so bad this race. It's like the pressure of the championship gets to me. He's flashing his lights. I assume it's someone that spun him, but... I did think about sticking my nose there, and that would have been really silly, so I'm glad I didn't. This is why we're slow. It's because we're all just fighting. But it is making for a bit of fun, at least. Fight for the positions at the back. 28th out of 34. We started 26th. If you are just joining, and then we had some issues with my computer again being a little bit stuttery. We then lost force feedback. For a while, and occasionally we get punted at that corner, mainly because I'm not looking for someone to be lunging down the inside as I'm turning in, but that might just be me. Maybe I should look. We'll try again. Yes, we had a few issues with the computer. We still are getting a few flickery issues. I'm not sure how to fix that. I'm going to have to look into what I'm doing somewhere. Or what my computer's got running that's causing it. But it's a bit technical. I'm okay at computers, but when it starts getting into like CPU usage and stuff, I'm like, well, I just want it to work. Just work. I'm not replacing it all, so I need it to work with this. Whatever I've got to do to set it up, I'll have to look it up to find out. But I kind of hope that getting some clear air running here would catch me up a little bit. I don't know if it will. I think they've all broken free.
Lap 2:07.8.
Either way, this has been fun. Like, We're going to fight to the end of this championship. If we get... We need to get, like, 1 or 2 good results. And we'll be in with a chance of having a, like, not bottom half finish. Brief yellow flag there. I don't see anyone dead, so... I feel like the abuse I've put my car through this race, the next one to be dead should be me. Yeah, I'm not catching them now. They are pulling away. Guys behind are dropping back a little bit, so that's nice. I need to make a meaningful impact on where I am. I have to be running like in the 203s, and I'm running like 5s, so it's not, pace wise it's not good. Fuel wise we're fine. I don't think anyone's going to have an issue with that today. At least I wouldn't have thought they would.
Time was a 2:04.19.
Big break. Let's drop that down to where we were in qualifying. Go one of 2 ways, can't it? I'll either spin and die, or I won't spin and die. Come on, let's get back on the back of these. At least on the back of this Aston, if we can. I need to make 2 positions up to finish where I started, and I feel like if I can finish where I started, then I've probably done okay. I've gained maybe a 10th. We might gain some more. We might not. The rear end's definitely looser with two less traction control on it. That you can feel. Especially on that bit. I need to remember to get the car straight before I boot it.
That time was a 2:03.46.
Better. Do it again, but faster. There was more time in that lap and I want it. I need it. Still think that should be a second gear corner and I'm doing it wrong, but... I've done this in second gear before and actually had a better result sometimes. I don't think it's faster, I think I just where I was getting it wrong before I did it in second gear. We're not gaining this lap. I need them to start fighting again. They're not fighting anymore. It's just causing problems. I admit it's only causing problems for me, but I'm the most important one in this race for me, because that's how racing works. Someone's parked their car. Not sure if they're in front or behind us. I haven't seen the DNF thing roll through, so I'm guessing they were behind us. Which is a shame. Oh no, there it is. Hey, one more position to try and gain.
203.56.
So I did a 203 and then everyone in front of me was like, oh, okay, that's the pace we're going to drive now. And they all did the same. Oh. Hey, buddy. So I was catching and then I couldn't catch because they all picked the pace up. I'm going to have the threat of this BMW behind me as well at some point, which is not going to be ideal. But, again, we're a little bit closer this time. They get away around here, so... Maybe we'll go up one traction control. Did he avoid the wall? I think he did. It's getting really choppy again. I don't know if you notice it or not. The frame rate's really bouncing all over the place, and it's quite annoying. And I don't know. It's literally only in the championship races. We haven't had as much of the rubber banding. We did get it earlier though. But can't really complain. Like, we haven't died yet. So 12 minutes to go. We're back up to where we started, I think. Oh, we've even gained one position since where we started, so... I mean, we've still got 12 minutes to try and hold on to that. But it's a gain, nonetheless. These two guys in front have been driving through. It feels like they've been driving together the whole time. They both came past me at the same time. Well, I think the Ferrari I tried to overtake. And that the Aston through while I was battling with the Ferrari. And the other Aston. There was another Aston as well. But... Oh. Can't park there, mate. Such a shit joke, but I love it. Love telling people they can't park there, mate. Very British sense of humour, that.
Lap 204.14.
So I do need to get the whatever issues, performance issues fixed on this, so I can drive smoothly and stream, and then because the team events are coming soon, I need to be in that because that's going to be epic. Because there will be limited tyre sets, there will be different compounds if you're in hypercar and stuff. Like, there's going to be strategy. There is weather. I'm not completely convinced. It looks great. I'm not completely convinced of its implementation. It feels like it isn't, like, it's not, I don't feel like it's dynamic track. I think it just sort of gets to a certain point and changes to a certain state. Like, that might just be where I've got the wrong settings on. And it just jumps from one stage to another. But I'm going to start braking earlier for there. Oh. We may not be fast enough to catch him, but I will take any freebie I can get. Come on. Sweaty ears. Push. Come on, Wilkins. Give the old Corvette something to smile about. Three places to try and gain to get into the top 20 that the little boy wanted. Came to see me before my race, before he went to bed. Good luck, Daddy. Will you be able to get into the top 20? He doesn't have much faith in my ability in it at the moment. I can see why, because like every race I've done, I finished terribly. So, might just let him do the next one. He's never done it before, but I can't imagine it'd be any worse than I have been. Looks like the group behind are battling a bit, so that might keep them at bay. And get into this group. Why have I tried to launch like a super late dive into like a super late break into that corner when I am literally racing no run? Or now's the time I should just be running my lines, hitting my apexes, like keeping it all calm and collected. Go on, you two fight. That's what I want. Slow each other down. Let me drive faster first, because I'm driving badly. Don't fight this lap, fight next lap. I feel like the tyre fall off's quite right on this game. It feels like like we're 40 minutes into a stint and you can feel the grip slowly dripping off. Like it's not instant, it's very gradual, but you do notice it. I mean, the damage to the car may not help either because we're probably not as aerodynamically efficient as we were. Someone's in the pits. Right, can we catch this Beamer? I braked early there and still didn't make the apex. I braked early, but I braked badly. So the last 2 laps I've done early and bad, or late and badly, and early and badly. Neither of which are my goal. My goal is to get this Beamer. And then preferably that other car. Ferrari. Because that would allow me to get to the top 20 that I'm aiming for. Big dreams, lads. Big dreams. Catching him slowly. 2 more laps maybe? Might be one. No, maybe one. The leader will be on the next lap. And he should get round for another one, so I reckon 2 more laps.
Lap 2:04.14.
Da 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 dum 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 dum. I assume there's like an optimization guide out there somewhere for this, so I need to follow it. Look, an apex. Might have hit it ridiculously slowly, but I did hit it. That's the thing I do now. I go out and I kind of miss the apex going too fast, or I go too slow and end up like cutting what I describe as too much apex, like just cutting across the curb because I've turned in too early. It's really frustrating. I've nailed it a couple of times that corner, and it's really good when you get it right. There's definitely a little bit more throttle modulation going on around there now. That's getting slippery, that bit. I say it's the track's not getting slippery, I don't think. This the car tyres probably. 1 minute. I don't know if we're going to have a lap or not. Well, we might. We're like a minute and a half behind the car. He'll probably get round this lap. So we might have one more lap after this. Which we kind of need anyway to be able to, like, catch this guy, so... Although we're not really catching him, we're kind of just holding place at about this distance behind him, so... Alright, that's time over. Leader hasn't finished, but he has gone across the line, so I'm guessing we're doing one more lap. We haven't been lapped, so we're going to have to do the lap. These guys are catching us from behind quite quickly. They're going to fancy a bit of it as well, aren't they? They're seeing us gain the second last lap. It'll be like, we want a bit of... Got the line wrong there. Come on. If I get a good run out of this last corner, we can try the send into turn one. That's what we wanted. Come on, Corvette. Come on.
Lap 2:05.00.
I'm not brave enough. I'm not going to try and knock both of our races. But I will pressure on. Because I do want that place, so... Ooh. He's feeding it. He's feeding it. It's nice to be the guy doing the attacking for a change. This whole race I've basically tried to... Or just got overtaken. I haven't even really defended that hard because they just... I've not judged how far behind they are very well, so they've just been able to send it on me where I'm thinking they're too far back. That was really my only chance, that first part of that. I don't know what I've got to be able to... He's going very slowly there. Why are you going so slowly there? A little bit of rubber banding. Can we do something into the last corner? Come on. Come on, Corvette. Come on. Come on. Oh, we finished. Ah. Good fun. I don't know if he'll understand that my little wiggle wobble was to say thank you for the fun bit of race. Did we get any salty chat? I didn't see any salty chat. And that's always... When did we finish? 22nd. So we started 26th. So no, that's not bad. Give them a GG. We'll give everyone a GG. They've all gone, but it's fine. So that wasn't too bad. Like, issues at the beginning. We definitely need to get the graphic settings or whatever it is sorted. I need a higher frame rate because that was in the like 50s. And we need to stop that like CPU overload. Has everyone finished? Yeah. But it was easier than the Le Mans one. We weren't getting too much boing, 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 boing on the cars. So that was good. And now what we got to do is basically see how much we gained or lost driver rating wise. And safety rating. 4 position gained. Like that's a respectable. Oh, we lost. What? That's not fair. We got to silver 3 though. Heading for that gold, mate. Heading for that gold. Where does that put me? Friends. Oh, I'm coming for you, mate. I'm coming. I nearly scored the same amount of points as you. By coming for it, what I actually mean is I'm falling behind you. Corvette. P9! I mean, and I'm not the only one to do 3 races, so yeah, P9! I'm miles behind. Jesus, they've done well. I don't know what the maximum points you can get for, like, a races. That guy has had 3 attempts both weeks. He got time on his hands. P9 in Corvette, though. Should we aim for top 10 Corvette driver across the season? Do you reckon that's possible? Probably not, because like that person's got 250 and only done one race, so they're going to do another race. They are. There is a drop round, so like your worst score gets deleted. So my first one will be deleted, I guess. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't. Well, we can see. So we were against the silvers. That guy did well. He got into the bronze bits. I wasn't the highest Corvette. At one point, I was racing the other Corvette. For a while, I was in there, but it then just kind of died. So we need to have a look at what my graphic settings are doing, because that was... I mean, do I just turn everything to low? Low. Everything to low. There we go. It's going to look like crap. It might actually run when we've got more than like 10 cars in our lobby. Probably shouldn't do any dailies, but I might do a daily. No, don't do that. I mean, we know Bahrain. We've just done it. What cars is it? Don't do that. No, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. We'll just get destroyed by hypercars. Bad idea. I don't want to do it to test the graphic settings. Is there a like big lobby hosted somewhere? Can we actually just join in, like, in the middle of it? That's a bit mad, isn't it? Like, you just jump into someone's race, bash, take out leads and go. Like, I imagine you would get, like, a bit done for that, but it would be quite funny. Spa practice. What's going on here? Yes, someone rocking the Peugeot. We have to check, make sure there's a Peugeot in, like, every lobby. And if there's not, we should put one in there, because Peugeot is the greatest one. I'm going to put a Peugeot in there for a minute. Should we go Paul DeResta's car? Cool. It's been a long week. A really long week. I feel like there could have been a middle of it should have a break, definitely. We should get more breaks. Wednesdays. Take Wednesday off. 2 on, 2 off. 2 off. No, 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 2 off. Oh, it won't let me join the server. Okay. In which case, we'll call that a night there, because I'm quite tired, to be honest. It's time to go to bed. So, I will catch you lot next week. Either Friday or the Sunday. Haven't decided which slot I'm doing. Might try and do the Friday. If it goes terribly, do the Sunday as well. But I don't think there's any more races for me tonight. Championship race. Is there another championship slot tonight? I don't think there is. If there is, I could do that. And just do like race 2. I think they're all done for tonight. There's one at midnight. Nah, I'm not doing. I'm not rerunning it again at midnight. See you later, buddy. I will catch you soon. Probably. Yeah, man. You too. It's lots of family stuff this weekend, and then a bit of a drink on Sunday with some friends and kids and families and stuff. So, bit of a nice one. Hopefully the weather gets a bit sunny and we can sit outside and do it rather than trash the house too much. But we'll see how we do.